mental health series. I just met with Summer Seitz today. Again, she's the licensed mental health counselor that I've been working with. I met with her today in person. This was the first time we met in person. It was really cool to see her and actually really connect with her one-on-one in person. So she's a really awesome woman. Again, if you want to see more of her work, anything like that, please go on to wholewomenlink.com website, and then also her Facebook page is Whole Women Link as well, and you'll see a lot of what I talk about in more detail and more professional information from her, and also blogs and things like that you can see on her Facebook page as well. We talked a little bit today about comparing yourself to others, and I just wanted to touch base on that with you guys because personally that's something that I struggle with sometimes, and I think that we all struggle with by default. Like sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it until someone either calls you out on it or you sit back and reflect. And it really actually hit me, ironically, over the weekend. I was comparing myself to particular people with the way they look, their success, how much money they made, their age and things like that, and be like, well, that person's 25 and making more money than me, or they look better than me. Like, what am I doing wrong? And Summer pointed out to me today, she's like, everybody has their own demons. The grass is not greener on the other side. There's things that they struggle with as well that they feel that they're lacking, in which they're comparing themselves to others. Even, for example, she talked about Instagram models. She's like, she said that she knew a particular Instagram model in particular, and she said that, her pictures look great and her filters are great, but behind closed doors, she's actually going through a lot of stuff at home, or she's going through other things, and she really doesn't look like that in real life. She just has a really good photographer. So when you're comparing yourself to someone, you really don't know their life. You just know what they put on photos. You know what they put out to what they want the world to see. You don't really know what their actual life is. And you also need to realize that, yes, it's good to compare in a sense of goal setting. Like if you want to compare and be like, I want to be like this person when I grow up, or I want to be where this person ended up at this age as a goal, that's fine. But if you're making it more like you're pushing yourself back, you're setting yourself back, you're making yourself feel bad about it, you're becoming a victim and being more depressed about comparing and feeling sorry for yourself, that's where you really need to check yourself and realize, why am I comparing myself to this person? What does this person really have that I don't? Are these things that I'm wanting to have, are they superficial? And that's a thing that a lot of us struggle with, including myself. I struggle with comparing myself to superficial things. Again, like I said before, I compare to money. I compare to the way you look. At the end of the day, and I stress this in my other videos, what do you die with? I know it sounds morbid, I know, but I just want you to look at the whole picture here. What do you die with? Do you die with your money? Do you die with your physicality? No. Like, what leaves this earth? Your soul. You need to get right with your soul. If you don't get right with your soul, you don't have a foundation. You will constantly be comparing and being all over the place. You need to find a way to love yourself and accept your present and be grateful for your present. There's a reason why you are where you are today. And then again, I preach this because I need to hear it again myself. Because I definitely talk the talk, but I also need to walk the walk as well. And this is stuff that I need to remind myself. And these are things that Summer stressed to me today. Joe Schmo on Instagram could have this picture perfect life, white picket fence, but in reality, there could be something going on in their life that you don't want to have any part of. You would rather keep your life the way it is and be grateful. Not saying that everybody's life is terrible. I'm not saying everybody's going through something, but there's always going to be one thing that another person has that you really aren't going to want. We all like our own different things, right? And you need to learn to love yourself. Don't beat yourself up so hard. Really analyze where you are in your life. What are goals you're trying to achieve? What are things that are going to make you a better person inside as well? Of course, your physicality and being fit is important. It's good for your body. It's good for, releasing endorphins to stay active. But what really matters is in here and here. Because if you're not good here, your body's not going to want to work with you. Your body's not going to want to lose weight. It's going to hold in the fat. It's going to be in a starvation mode because you're under a lot of stress. You're beating your body up by saying like, why do you look like this? Or you're not where you need to be. And it's stressing your body out. Accept the present. Own it. And if you aren't where you need to be, compare yourself in a healthy way to others where it's goal setting. Like I said before, don't make it where you're beating yourself down because you are not going to get anywhere. You're not going to have motivation. You're going to be upset with yourself, and that's going to harm your body even more, putting it under more stress. You have to do that first if you ever want to reach any fitness goals, career goals, monetary goals, any kind of goals. You need to love yourself. And Summer did this really great exercise with me today. She had me close my eyes. As you know, I'm getting married soon. Close my eyes, picture my wedding day. What I look like walking down the aisle, me holding Michael's hand at the end of the aisle. And she's like, I want you to picture what your body looks like at that moment. Because again, my comparison was comparing physicality was one of them. So I want you to imagine loving your body and the love you feel, compare it to a color. Pick a color that just makes you feel like you love your body. And I chose the color blue. That was the first thing that went in my head when my eyes were closed was the color blue. It's a symbol of calm, serenity. And my mind is always going 100 miles an hour. So having some sense of calmness is something very important to me. So that's why the color blue to me was important. And she had me open my eyes and she's like, every time you feel that you are comparing yourself in a negative way to someone else where you're beating your body down and not loving yourself, go back to that color blue. Just so you can remember to be calm and love yourself and find ways to reflect and also stop yourself from beating your body up. So with that being said, compare yourself in a motivating, productive way and learn to love the present and learn to love yourself. And again, there's more on this on wholewomenlink.com and Whole Women Link on Facebook. And please comment below how you like this video. Let me know if you try this exercise. Let me know. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.